Have you ever tried to help someone again and again only to end up tired, stressed, and disappointed? You gave advice, support, time, and patience, but nothing changed. Instead, you felt drained. If this sounds familiar, you are not alone. Many people believe that with enough care and effort, anyone can change. But psychology tells us something important. Change only works when the person wants it. No one can be pushed into growth from the outside. Welcome back. Today we are exploring a difficult but powerful truth about human behavior. There are certain patterns of people you cannot help, no matter how hard you try. This is not about judging others. It is about protecting your emotional energy and understanding how change really happens. Think of it like trying to push a car with the brakes locked. Effort is there, movement is not. Quick note before we begin, this video is for learning and self-awareness. It is not meant to shame anyone. In fact, you might recognize a few of these traits in yourself at times. That is normal. Awareness is the first step toward improvement. The goal here is clarity, not criticism. Let's begin with the first pattern. Number 1, the constant victim thinker. This person always sees themselves as the injured side in every situation. Nothing is ever their responsibility. If something fails, someone else caused it. If relationships break, the other person is always wrong. They explain every mistake with an excuse. When you try to guide them, they redirect the blame. Helping them feels like pouring water into sand that disappears instantly. Growth requires personal responsibility. Without it, change cannot even begin. If someone never says, "I was wrong," they will never say, "I will improve." Number 2, the always right personality. Some people believe they already know everything they need to know. They reject feedback before hearing it fully. Even gentle suggestions feel like attacks to them. On the surface, they look confident, but often this behavior hides deep insecurity. Admitting fault feels too painful, so they defend their image instead. Conversations with them turn into debates, not learning moments. Trying to guide them is like trying to open a locked door by knocking harder. It is not about force. They must choose to unlock it from inside. Notice this pattern. When ego is stronger than curiosity, advice cannot enter. Number 3, the smooth deceiver. These individuals can be charming, friendly, and persuasive, especially when they want something, but their behavior changes depending on who is watching. In public, they act supportive. In private, they manipulate. They may twist facts, hide intentions, or use half-truths to get benefits. You often feel confused around them because their words and actions do not match. Helping them becomes risky because trust is missing. When trust is broken, help turns into exposure. A useful rule here is simple. Believe repeated behavior, not polished promises. If your instincts keep warning you, pause before offering support. Number 4, the boundary breaker. This type often appears helpless and urgent. They ask for favors often and with emotional pressure. Every problem feels like an emergency. At first, you help willingly. Then the requests grow bigger and more frequent. They ignore your limits and use your kindness as a resource. Gratitude is small. Demands are large. Helping them feels like lending tools that never return. Healthy help respects boundaries. When someone repeatedly crosses them, distance becomes wiser than rescue. Kindness without limits becomes self-harm. Number 5, the disloyal connector. These people change sides quickly. Today they support you. Tomorrow they criticize you to others. Small conflicts turn into large betrayals. They share private information, exaggerate stories, or choose convenience over loyalty. You may keep trying to repair the bond, but trust once cracked rarely returns to full strength without real effort. And they usually avoid that effort. Helping them is difficult because loyalty is the foundation of meaningful support. Without loyalty, there is no safe ground to stand on together. Ask yourself a simple question. Do you feel safe being honest around them? Number 6, the chronic doubter. This person questions every positive step. Good news becomes suspicious. Opportunities become risks. Encouragement becomes unrealistic. Their mindset filters out hope and keeps worry. Spending time with them can slowly change your own thinking. Psychology calls this emotional contagion. Moods spread through close contact. Trying to motivate them often feels like lighting a candle in strong wind. It goes out again and again. You can invite them toward optimism, but you cannot force them to accept it. Guard your mindset carefully here. Energy is contagious, both bright and dark. Number 7, the serial quitter. These individuals begin with excitement, but stop when effort appears. New goals, new plans, new relationships all start fast and end early. They avoid difficulty and escape challenge. When progress slows, they withdraw. You may try to encourage them, plan for them, even work beside them, but persistence cannot be donated. It must be chosen. Supporting them becomes exhausting because you keep rebuilding momentum that they abandon. It is like pushing a swing that someone keeps dragging to a stop. Remember this line: you cannot carry someone across a finish line they refuse to walk toward. Now pause for a moment and reflect. A common thread runs through all these patterns. The issue is not intelligence. It is not background. It is willingness. Help only works when the other person participates. Advice works only when it is welcomed. Change grows only where ownership exists. Imagine trying to plant seeds on stone. No matter how good the seed is, nothing grows without open soil. Your time, empathy, and emotional strength are valuable resources. They deserve careful investment. This does not mean you stop caring about people. It means you care with wisdom. You offer guidance once, maybe twice, but you do not sacrifice your mental health trying to force transformation. Support should be shared, not chased. Here is a useful mental check. Are you helping or are you chasing? Helping feels cooperative. Chasing feels desperate. You might also ask yourself another honest question. Have I ever shown one of these patterns myself? Most people have at some point. The difference is awareness and willingness to adjust. Recognizing a pattern is not failure. Refusing to examine it is. If this discussion connected with your experience, you are not alone. Many people spend years trying to repair others while quietly draining themselves. Awareness changes that path. Awareness gives you choice. Share your thoughts and experiences if you feel comfortable. What patterns have you seen? What lessons did they teach you? Conversations like these help more people than you might expect. If you found this helpful, consider sharing it with someone who may need this reminder. And if you enjoy calm psychology insights like this, stay connected for more. Take care of your energy. It is one of your most limited and most powerful resources. And remember, real change is always a decision, never a gift someone else can hand you.